gosh. Alright, well we have a couple of groups here today. I basically just took the grab bag of all the shortest groups from the last preseason week. To kind of just, get back in the swing of things, get back to casting. As always, if there's something fucked with my settings, please just spam in the chat, and I'll probably eventually see it and fix it. Yeah. Alright, and with it being 8:35, that is going to be our cue to just go ahead and start it up. Okay, Starcraft. Probably should have set up our first game, but apparently we're going to be... I want to remind you, if you turn your head even 1 degree away from your volume goes down about 100 decibels, okay? I will just keep my mic as close to my face as possible, and hopefully... Okay, I can make no promises on my streaming etiquette on if I'm going to be turning away from it or not, but it's going to be right here. Shit. What am I doing? Replays. Cast November 17th. Oh shit, I should also probably just go ahead and change this over to our CPL. Is this it? It is. Okay. Shit, it's been so long since I've used OBS. You might have a setting on your mic to set it to Omni. I'm gonna be honest, I have a... hold on, how does this sound? I'll be honest, I just plugged this thing in. I think it's because, like, the mic has it came with, like, this pop filter, and also, like, I don't think the sides of it are set up to pick up sound. It's really weird. This thing was, like, 20 bucks on Amazon, I think. So, it is. Where was I? Holy shit, I was about to just start looking at Discord. Okay. Oh, goddamn. Okay, we're going to start with Group 18. We have 3 wonderful games from this group, so it's going to be a short one. But it features Borisu, who is probably the best player in the CPL. And when I say best, I mean funniest. He makes Terran look fun. Shit. Okay, let me get this game set up. Alright. Let me just make sure everything's good. And we'll get started here. Okay. Yep. Alright, well with that, our first match of the game is going to be Borisu versus their opponent. Let me back out, remember who that is. I forgot Borisu versus Genesis in a Terran versus Protoss on the Week 3 map, Apocalypse, which is a pretty interesting map. I had a lot of fun on Apocalypse. I think it's a good map. I like 3-player maps. Holy shit. Oh my god. Let me just... CPL stream. Alright, that's fine. Yo, dude, holy shit. Venomous Deflect X was, hey, hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient. Order management panel, chat panel, everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to StreamRise. Okay, that's... See, if maybe they included the link, it'd be fine. Where's my mod button? How do I get rid of this guy? Get rid of this joker. There we go. Ban. Out of this stream. There's some chat going on. Let's rewind. I'm curious what they were saying while we were managing. Oh god, I forgot to set the thing to be looking at Starcraft. It's fine. There we go. That should have it fixed now. Alright, there we go. We're done. We're at Major Extra High, dude. Non-Penisus 7. Dude, sick name. Winning. Okay. Oh shit. For a second, I thought I didn't have the CPL overlay on, and we were just broadcasting fucking replay timer. All right. In the bottom right corner, as the yellow Protoss tribe, we have Penis Sis 7 from representing the Nightmare of Manx clan against their opponent. In the white Terran, it's just Borisu, everybody's enemy. And they don't care, they'll fight anybody. That's what I've heard. They'll even fight their own team members. You gotta watch out for them. So there goes the scout. Looks like they're just constructing a wall here at the front to be completely safe from early zealots. Penis Genesis 7 building a gateway, doing standard Protoss stuff, gateway then scout, and then they're scouting, and they're both scouting up top, and then their workers are going to be pointing at each other, being like, hold on, I thought this was your base. Alright, barracks coming up to seal the wall in. Second SCV pops out to go scout this base. So, that's a little unusual. So there's two things that this SCV could be doing. This could either be a safety SCV, and it could be like Borisu really wants to know if their opponent is cheesing them, or this is the like turbo cheese SCV. And I have no idea which one it is, because now Borisu just has 2 SCVs on the map. What are you doing? Never mind, hold on. Hold on. No, what are they doing? What are you doing, Borisu? Is that going to be double barracks proxied at the third base? Oh, excuse me. With a third barracks at home still pumping Marines? No way for Genesis to be able to scout this. They have no idea what's going on in here. And unless they know who Borisu is, they'll have no idea to expect the triple barracks. Dude, Borisu, they're fucking off. They're off the chain, okay? They are. Dude, Genesis sending one zealot out. Dude, he will block the way. They will never get past him. Okay, Dada's saying Genesis does know Borisu, but will not expect that. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, who would expect this, right? Now we're pumping triple Marine, or just double Marine, and an Academy. This barracks has stopped building Marines, probably to really sell the deflection. And we have Dragoon Range on the way, Robo Facility on the way, finishing up here. Getting a shuttle first. Okay, there's the robotics, or there's the support bay right there. So that means that Genesis will be getting into Dragoons, and Dragoons would be a great counter to an all-bio, all-marine force. The problem is Borisu just too dang fast. They're going to have double Marines coming up. They're going to have Stim ready. And if Genesis isn't, like, on their macro, like, if the Reaver doesn't start right now, which it probably should, we're approaching 200 minerals. There we go. There's the Reaver. So now these two units are essentially, this Zealot and this Dragoon, they're dead. They don't matter anymore, right? Their whole purpose in life is to block the Marines from getting in here and killing Genesis before the Reaver comes out. And it looks like Borisu is just holding off on the attack just a little bit. They're getting medics out, and medics aren't going to be very successful at healing a Reaver shot. Because it's going to just be, you know, it's hard to heal a Marine when they're in 50 pieces spread across the entire map. Little known fact, that was actually, they were trying to get a physics engine in the original Starcraft so that when a Reaver hits a Marine, it would accurately splatter the Marine across the entire map, but they just couldn't figure it out in time. But here comes the Marines coming in. Oh, where's the Reaver? Reaver's in the shuttle. It's going to have to come back to save. Marines stimming on top of it. There's the bunker. If that bunker gets up, this is going to be an entirely different game. Reaver comes in, takes out 4 Marines. Oh, this is looking like it is It's not GG yet, obviously. Borisu isn't, you know, out of the woods, but yeah. That's crazy. I mean, and then, you know, the medics are going to get killed here. Borisu does still have barracks out on the map, but I mean, this is why you never see Terrans go bio, because of Reaver, right? Like, the timing, like, you could see Borisu was waiting to have a strong death force before moving down, but the problem is that waiting, or the time it takes to build up the force that you need to end the game, is the time that it takes Genesis to get one Reaver, and then you just lose. So now Genesis can probably just start battering down this main here, as Borisu is desperately trying to get into siege tanks and siege mode to be able to defend their main. But with a Zealot and 3 Dragoons and a Reaver somewhere, there it is, this front supply depot will be falling extremely quickly, and then the Dragoons will be able to get right on top of the siege tank. So now they're in the main. There is a half-built supply bunker still in Genesis's main, but here comes the SCV pool, and if anything can fight Dragoons, it's SCVs. But if anything can't fight a Reaver, there it is. Alright, so the siege tank is just going to be backing up, as Genesis is playing extremely smart here, not getting greedy, not walking into the mineral line, and potentially risking you know, a mineral walk or a really bad engagement. They're just taking their time, killing the outer base, slowly moving forward, letting the Reaver kind of peck at the bunker, and forcing Borisu to have to solve this problem. And yeah, Genesis decides that, you know what, that siege tank is completely undefended. We'll just get right on top of it. Scarab duds, Scarab hits, takes out a lot of SCVs. I mean, this is game here, folks. Like, this is not much, you know, Borisu can do at this point. They have a Marine backstab coming down, which will be able to clean out these 2 Dragoons, but then you're getting into base race territory, and So what? Oh, there's a Reaver here. Never mind. I was about to be like, hold on now. What happens here? And then it's like, oh, never mind. There's literally 1 Reaver. Another 4 Marines get taken down. 1 Marine gets taken down, but they're not going to be able to burst down the Reaver. It lives at 19 HP. And then there's the GG. Very good manners from our players there. Let's take a look at those scorecards and see how they did. All right, wow. Those are definitely some numbers. Let's head back to our splash screen as we get our next game started up. Hold on. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Penis is fighting. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. What am I doing? Okay. Next game. That's what I'm doing. I'm setting that up. Create. We're done. Borisu versus Genesis. So now it's time. Penisus on a 1-game win streak. And it's time for to take out their next opponent. They've beat the PVT, and now they have a PVZ against LEmental. So we'll go ahead and hop right back into that game. Once again, we are watching this on Apocalypse 1.32. Shoop, shoop, shoop. All right. We did it. Sick-ass transition. Good job, Scimo. You did it. Okay, fuck. In the top of Apocalypse, we have our message history. I don't know what that did. We have our red Protoss player this time, Penisus7, otherwise as Genesis7. You know, they're willing, you know, the last game, it was pretty short, pretty quick, but, you know, I feel like that Genesis has it in them to take a hard and long, I'm just gonna, okay. In the bottom left corner, we have the, what color is that? We have the beige Zerg. Straight out of fucking IKEA, I guess. Oh, what's something that's beige? F6 is my reset? Okay. In the bottom left, we have our beige Zerg player, LEmental. LEmental. Oh. Genesis putting the pylon out where the pylon's supposed to be. Playing standard Protoss. LEmental getting that 9 pool. And then, yeah. Alright, it's going to be a gateway first here from Genesis. That's my preferred opening. Although it definitely does lean a bit harder on the execution. Like, getting a forge is way safer, but getting a gateway is more fun. But, you know, sometimes there's games where you just control your first couple of zealots and your 2 blocking probes badly, and then 3 Zerglings get in your main and you lose. But they might actually have to worry about that with a 9 pool. But our friend Genesis gets the scout out, does see the 9 pool, does see the 3 Zergling hatches. So they're probably going to be getting that forge right away instead of waiting for getting the Nexus first. There it is. A little bit of weird placement here. You generally want your forge and your gateway to kind of be in line. So that when the Hydra Bust comes, they're kind of, you know, they can't just pick off the gateway sitting out here. But then again, actually, for this map, you could probably fit some 2 cannons behind the gateway there. That's actually probably better. It's been a while since I've thought about forge placements. Back when I was playing, it was you kept these 2 in line so that you know, the Hydras couldn't pick one off without, I don't know, fuck, whatever. Anyways, Zerglings are coming up. This should be tight. Oh god. No, LEmental, what are you doing? Just run into the main. What are you doing, LEmental? No, oh my god. No. What's happening? Why would you fight the Zealots? Oh shit, but Penisus has not pulled any probes to help defend this, and LEmental just keeps adding in Zerglings. So there comes this is going to be the last Zealot probably that LEmental will have access to. Still no probes pulled to help fight. It's 2 Zealot shots, 2 probe hits, kills a Zergling. I think that's Marines. I'm just making shit up. Oh shit, actually, hold on. Is he gonna hold this? Okay, first cannon goes down in an okay position. These need to be 1 space over, but he actually is gonna hold, which is kind of crazy, considering he should just be dead. Like, actually, hold on. This is 1 Zealot width, right? Like, you can position the Zealot to block Zerglings here. So, I don't know if he just didn't have him on hold position, but, dude, that's crazy. So, hey, any Zerg players, in the chat, if you're watching this, if you ever see a situation, if you get in a situation like that, just run at the probes. Don't bother fighting the Zealots out here. If they're just making Zealots, just go straight for the probes and just, like, kill them. Because if you fight the Zealots, it'll get into a situation like this where, you know, our Protoss player just kind of has recovered. They didn't lose, I think, any probes. They might have lost 1 or 2. But, you know, now they have their second base up. They're 6 workers ahead. They're getting tech now. While, you know, as the Zerg player, you're so far behind because you put so many resources into the 9 pool. Yeah. Okay. We just got some good. Now we're watching some. Oh my god, how many? Okay, there's the other hatch. So LEmental just taking their, I think, doing the right thing in this situation, taking their third, just macroing up. Because right now, they're kind of having to play a little bit of catch up on, you know, getting ahead of the Protoss on bases. The only thing that's kind of worrying is that they have not mined any gas. They're getting an Evo chamber, which is cool, I guess, but they're on just pure Zerglings, while Genesis is getting their +1. They're just keep pumping out Zealots, and they're going to be soon getting Corsairs out. And if the Corsairs get out, I assume the Evo Chamber might be for Spore Colonies to protect the Overlords, which, yeah, it does seem like that's what that's going to be. But, I mean, it should really want to be Hydra Dens. Ooh, double Spore Colony. Is this a... This is like a Z... This is a Hydra ZVZ macro here. Double Spores, double Hatches. Yeah, still no gas mined from LEmental. They're keeping it simple and clean. They're saying, I only need minerals. I don't need any gas. I don't like beans. I don't want... you know what? I don't fucking... Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. What's happening? Okay. Citadel of Doom coming out. So, you know, this is just standard Protoss. Not much to say there. We're finally getting the extractor from LEmental. Finally getting that. Finally getting some gas. Protoss player is actually supply blocked here, so they are going to have to throw down a bunch of pylons to catch back up. First Corsair is out. It's not going to scout yet, but I mean, there's not much to see. We still haven't seen any tech from our Zerg player. No Hydra Den, no lairs. While LEmental is getting up to... I'm sorry, while Penisus is getting up the Templar Archives. Looking at almost a full control group of Zealots coming out. Getting Zealot speed, getting Dragoon range, getting +1. Templar Archives, they're just again powering up. Corsairs flying out. The thing is, if the Corsairs like fly over here and see this base, it's probably just game. But the fact that they kind of just flew down at this angle probably is going to save our Zerg player. Because if the Corsairs like went over and came all the way around, for one, they'd pick off an Overlord while doing that. But they'd also see this third, which is completely undefended. And the only thing that LEmental has at this point is Zerglings. We do see the lair coming in, but no Hydra Den. And honestly, like, once this +1 finished, yeah, with +1 finished, I think we're not on any upgrades for the Zerglings. Like, if Penisus just moves out with this many Zealots and just moves down into this base, I think they would win. But they're, you know, I'm probably just waiting for Zealot speed. The Corsairs have been there. You really want these Corsairs, your first set of Corsairs, to be looking into the main base just to, like, see, you know, tech check the Zerg, see, okay, is there a Spire out? Is there a Hydra Den? What are you doing? And I mean, like, LEmental is floating 1,200 minerals, 1,300 minerals, so... their economy isn't the most active thing because there's only so much minerals you could put in the Zerglings. But here comes the big push. It does look like the Zealots tore through LEmental's Zergling army, and you know, once they get here, there's going to be nothing to stop them from just tearing apart the hive. So they're going to fly in here. See, there's literally 0 tech, and the Zealots might just march into the main. It looks like that is the plan. LEmental, just kind of missing out on some of the core aspects that keep them into the game. There's a round of 12 Zerglings coming in. They were probably banking on being able to do a big Muta switch once the Spire got up, but with, you know, this many Corsairs, this many Zealots in the main, tearing through the drones, drone count is dropping extremely quickly, and then the Zealots will just tear through the Spores, tear through the Zerglings, and there won't be much of a main base here for... Oh, the Spore gets 1 Corsair. But there won't be much of a main base here left, and LEmental GG's and leaves the game. They were playing on free-for-all, so we don't get to see their chat. But that's it, yeah. I mean, that's pretty... I don't know. That happens sometimes. Genesis was just playing standard PvZ, and LEmental kind of got thrown off by a failed 9 pool that didn't really... they weren't really able to convert it into a regular game. So with that, we're going to go back to our splash screen and start working towards our next map here. I believe our final game of Group 18. It's going to be the return of Genesis, and this time they're going to be playing off against Kurtis, or their in-game name, BugsBunny. Once again on Apocalypse, let's just go ahead and get right into it. And at the top of Apocalypse, as our purple Protoss player this time, we have Genesis 7. And the bottom right as our off blue Zerg, we have BugsBunny. Oh, drone kind of freaking out there. But that is an extremely early scout from BugsBunny. Playable? Not sure. Oh, there might have been some lag issues. But this is going to be a 5 pool from our Zerg player here. They're lag checking to see if Genesis is willing to play in this lag, and now here comes the spawning pool. Oh my god. The saving grace for Genesis here is that BugsBunny is going to scout them second, although that doesn't really matter on a 3-player map. Marangala saying this was extremely laggy. Yes, so you know, sometimes you have to break out the lag strats, and 5 pool is definitely a lag strat. So I think regardless of what Genesis goes here, ooh, there's a bit delay on getting that gateway out. So now they're floating a couple of resources. They're gonna be slowed down just a little bit. I'll be honest, I don't even know what you do for a 5 pool. Like because you're not going to scout it, right? Like any scout you have is going to be too late. So I guess the question is, what does this actually look like? I think Gateway is probably better than Forge, just because a Zealot, like with Forge, you're maybe getting 1 cannon out. But even then, I think the cannon would still be building by the time the Zerglings get up here. Whereas with the Gateway, if the Zealot is still building when the Zerglings get to you, it's not the end of the world. So he does the scout there, doesn't see anything. Here comes the 6 Zerglings, and I guess the question is, no! Oh, the off-center. Actually, no, that might be... No, that is a off-center Nexus, I'm pretty sure. But this should be GG. BugsBunny will be easily able to take out the Zealot, easily able to take out this Pylon. And, yeah. Genesis would probably have to pull, like, half their mineral line to fight this. Or cancel this Nexus and then just start rebuilding in their main. Because, lol. Yeah. So, honestly, this isn't... Okay, so I think once you know what is coming... Actually, holy shit. Okay, with the right control, if all these Zerglings die... Oh, no. No. Holy shit, hold on. Okay, so the Zealot's dead, but there's only 2 Zerglings here. And BugsBunny economy is fucked. I don't know why this Nexus is still building, but okay. This has been some great probe control by Genesis here. And now they're just kind of okay, right? Like, if oh shit, but there's gonna be another 6 Zerglings, and Genesis has been dropping the Zealot macro here. I almost want to say that, like, once all those Zerglings get in, you just cancel the Nexus and you just start building stuff in your main, because there's no way Zerglings get there that fast without them taking extreme shortcuts. And 5 pool is the kind of build where once it happens, you're not transitioning out of it. Like, so these 6 Zerglings are Bugs' last chance at winning this game. And the thing is, with 1 Zealot blocking the wall, I don't know if that's great positioning or not. Oh no, he moves out again. Dude, Genesis' Zealots just hate body blocking. But with a probe pull, they should be able to take this out. But Genesis needs to just be pumping Zealots. Okay, 1 more is about to be on the way, and once we get 2 Zealots out, we have the 2 Nexuses. Zerglings are coming in, but the The control here is good in the main, not great in the expansion. Need another zealot pumping out, but we are getting up to, we should be at 2 zealots now. So yeah, with 2 zealots out, this should be GG in Genesis's favor. Just because, you know, once you get, and especially with the cannons, yeah. So this is definitely GG in Genesis's favor. BugsBunny leaves the game, and that leaves Genesis with an easy, clean three-game sweep of Group 18. Let's look at some scores. Oh, shit. Whoa. All right. Back to our splash screen. Next, we're going to be moving on to Group 17. We have a couple of games from here, and by a couple, I mean literally a couple. We only have 2 games. So we're going to start with, apologies for this pronunciation, but Touji versus Atitusking in a Zerg versus Protoss match. Once again on Apocalypse, we're just going to hop right into it. Oh, dude. And get the game started. Apparently the top position is just where all the Protoss players went to in week 3. But in the top, we have our yellow Protoss player, Atitusking. And the bottom, we have our steel grayish-blue player, Zerg Hydra. You know, as opposed to the Terran Hydra or the Protoss Hydra. Which, by the way, it is actually kind of hilarious that, like, all the units are just, you know, the thing and then what their name is. Because, like, Zerg Overlord, as opposed to the Terran Overlords that are in the game. Just, it's just a little funny, I guess. It's not that funny. Anyways, yep. Basic Protoss stuff, Pylon, and then scouting on Pylon. The early scout timing can definitely be more of a, like a preference. Scouting on Pylon, I have heard, you know, coaches in previous seasons have told me that you generally don't have to do this because anything that you're going to scout, like, you'll be able to scout off of a Forge or Gateway. But, you know, I've also heard, other coaches say that's not the case, so, you know. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Okay, looks like we're going to be getting up to a 12 hatch? 10 hatch? I don't know what Zerg builds are. There's 10, there's a hatch, it's a 10 hatch. Forge first coming out of Titus, so the most stock standard safest Protoss build. Spawning pool for the Zerg. Uh-oh. Oh, that probe should have stayed and fought. It could have killed that drone. It could have been a hero. Wow, Forge into Nexus first. Well, it did scout the earlier hatch, so this is pretty safe. They should be able to get the gateway and then double cannon. Oh god, what is this wall? Oh no, oh no, oh no, Titus, what are you doing? Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's, I know we had some concerns about Genesis's wall in this position, but this is there's just a whole ass gap there. That's gonna be really unfortunate. The thing that sucks, dude, about Protoss versus Zerg is that, like, literally, like, doing this is probably enough to lose the game, depending on what the Zerg player does. Which, like, I mean, it doesn't really seem like they're going into, like, a mass Zergling run by the wall and get into the main strategy, being as how they've only made 4 Zerglings. But, like, oof. Like, if once the Hydras come, this is going to be, like, a very awkward wall. And, yeah. I don't think it's awkward enough to lose the game over, but it is definitely possible that it's awkward enough to lose the game over. On the plus side, Tusk has done a great job keeping this probe alive. Like, keeping a probe alive in a Zerg's base with 4 Zerglings is no small feat. So they've been kind of on top of, like, knowing what their opponent is up to, and they're gonna come over here, see the lair. And, yeah. They don't have to be worried about getting shanked, I guess, is the main thing. Although we do have 3 Zerglings coming up. So we will be going up to 10. Ooh, Zergling speed. Dude, this probe it has the moves. It has the jukes. It has the jives. And it's just going to go on home. Or not. It might just come, like, out here and wait. Alright, +1 air weapon, Stargate's up, so we should be seeing Corsairs coming out. So it looks like Tusk is just, again, going standard. Maybe actually not, it's not really standard. Standard would be getting the Citadel and Templar Archives at this point. The +1 air weapons kind of indicates that they're reading that this is going to be mutaplay, which isn't unfair. The Zerg did go lair without getting too much extra stuff. That's a pretty forward third. But with +1 ground, +1 air, what are these zealots doing? Okay. It does seem like more maybe Titus is going for a bit of a timing attack with, you know, +1 speed zealots. Since the Citadel, and +1 Corsairs. Oh. Okay, so they are going to get in the main. They're going to start picking off drones. Oops, there goes 2. Hydra Den is out, but the Spire is about halfway done. The Zealots just need to start picking off drones. And to be honest, every drone they kill is super important here. They've already killed like 4. So they've already more than paid for this. They're going to try to... Probably don't want to focus down the Hydra Den. But there goes the focus on the drones. Ooh, a bit of an awkward move out here. But once they get behind the mineral lines, these Zealots are going to be mad annoying. Ooh, that was not the greatest placement. You see 3 Zerglings were able to be on top, but yeah, this so you probably could have wedged the Zealots between these 2 mineral patches here, and it would have been really clean. Maybe not. They took out a lot of Zerglings though for 4 Zealots. So that was actually probably pretty good for Tusk. Now that the Hydras are coming out, we are seeing the Templar Archives. There are Mutas coming out, so Zerg Hydra is just kind of throwing everything in the kitchen sink at them. The Zealot count has fortunately dropped quite a bit. We're just now getting the extra gateways produced to, you know, rebuff that up. But with apparently some Corsairs have been putting in some work, they've taken out enough Overlords to cause a supply block. And these Hydras and Zerglings are probably just going to come down here to kill this probe. But yeah, there are plenty of Overlords out on the map for these Corsairs to pick off and blunt the Zerg aggression. 2 Mutas. Mutas are pretty scary, but there is a photon cannon in each base to kind of make them not so scary. And honestly, 2 Mutas just in general aren't the scariest. Yeah, like these things are going to get nuked here. Alright. Yeah, so we have some Zealots. Zealots have speed, and so Zealots generally die to Hydralisks. We're going to watch this chase here for a second. Zealots will generally die to Hydralisks, but once you get speed, you can kind of play it by ear and be like, do I have enough speed Zealots to like get on top of these Hydras? And if you do, that's really good. Because Zealot DPS is kind of fucking insane. Alright, getting on top of there. Oh, do we have an upgrade? We do not. Do the Zealots have an upgrade? Yeah, they have +1. So the important thing here is, like, these Zealots tear through the Hydras. We do have Lurker Aspect coming along the way. We have more Hydras on the way as well. But by the time these Hydras come out and help clean up these Zealots, we're going to have a lot of killed Overlords. Which is what makes, like, this attack so deadly. Yeah. So there goes another one, and then now we're officially supply blocked. And I think this is going to kind of be the closer here. We have some Hydras reinforcing, but we also, you know, have another wave of Zealots. Corsairs are still out on the map, making it impossible for Zerg Hydra to actually produce reinforcements. And, yeah, like, they're supply blocked off of their drone count alone. So that's just game here. Yeah. Clean Protoss play. Scourge come out a little bit too late because the game is over. Zerg Hydra's gonna GG, head out, and that's gonna be it for our first game of Group 17. And now we will be moving into our second and final game of Group 17. There were only two games in it. It's going to be Touji versus Aquatech in the best matchup, Zerg versus Zerg. So that's what we like to see. It's the most interactive. And by most interactive, I mean they just be making Zerglings out here. All right, on Apocalypse, on the top, there's, I guess someone always has to be at the top. We're going to have the Olive Zerg, Aquatech. And bottom left, in the best colors, we have our teal Zerg, Zerg Hydra. They did play on top versus bottom. Yeah. So ZVZ's pretty great. You just sit here and you just wait for something funny to happen. I mean, both players, like, there's really not too much of a huge difference in ZVZ builds. It's just depends, like, oh, what order did you get the hatchery? When did you get the spawning pool? Okay, just spam Zerglings now. And then if you can afford it, get mutas eventually. Which is why this is the best matchup. Both players basically doing the same thing, getting up to 9 drones, getting their Overlord. Zerg Hydra, a little bit better on the macro, 30 extra minerals, getting ready for the spawning pool. Or not. That drone just be out here. There it is. Both players start spawning pool about roughly the same time. Both players getting that 9th drone back up roughly the same time. With Zerg Hydra being just the slightest bit faster on the drones there. Both Overlords are they're gonna see each other scouting, know that their opponent is in the base that they didn't send the Overlord to. Unless they don't, it's very possible they might just miss each other. Because I don't, if Aquatech, like, if that Overlord just headed right down here, no, they'll see each other. Hold on. Okay, they do barely see each other. That's a blink and you miss it, so it's very possible. Oh, no, never mind. Aquatech does re-maneuver their Overlord, so they will see each other. So they do know where each other is at. Oh god, I just completely missed anything the players were actually doing. Looks like Zerg Hydra's moving more into a lair, while Aquatech has gotten a couple more Zerglings and is getting a sunken in their main. And there's their lair. a bit faster as well. So both players going to lair. Zerg Hydra added on an extra drone. They only have a handful of Zerglings out. It looks like they only have 4, whereas Aquatech got 6. Fucking riveting commentary. Yeah, I mean, neither player really seems to be wanting to go down the Zergling route, although Aquatech getting 10 Zerglings, they definitely could potentially come over here and shank Zerg Hydra. They're both seeming pretty content to just sit back and get into lair and eventually get into Spire. Aquatech getting sort of the emergency sunken as a safety measure. Hydra getting an extra hatchery to be able to boost their muta production once they get to it. Yeah, I think Hydra is probably benefiting the most from Aquatech playing extremely safely. They're just getting a bunch of Zerglings, and they might be predicting that Zerg Hydra is going to be trying to get a lot of Zerglings. But no, Zerg Hydra is going pure into, we're going to double up, get mutas. So Spire drops for Hydra. Aquatech started theirs a little bit faster. But again, that 2 hatch difference is going to be actually huge. We also see that Zerg Hydra has nearly double the gas as Aquatech. I think Aquatech has just had two drones mining this entire time, which would explain the gas disparity. Which means that, like, especially once we get into mutas, Aquatech is going to be so far behind. So, I mean, obviously don't want to, like, try to, you know, dampen the hype here, but Aquatech is going to need some really good Scourge control to be able to beat Zerg Hydra taking sort of the correct, quote-unquote, macro decisions here. Here comes the massive push-out from Aquatech. Ooh, they're going straight to the main, but Zerg Hydra is getting a bunch of free shots on them, and that is might just be enough for Zerg Hydra to just completely seal the game here. Holy crap, yeah. You really don't want to just be running past your opponent's Zerglings and letting them take those free pot shots. Because now, even the Zergling count is in Hydra's favor. They're immediately spawned 3 Mutalisks. They have enough for 4 more, while Aquatech is having to throw down you know, extra creep colonies. This was probably going to be another Sunken, maybe a Spore. But, I mean, drones die extremely fast, the Mutalisks. You could just, you don't need to, can ignore the Spore colony. First Mutalisk does come out. Looks like the Zerglings are going to be in favor of Zerg Hydra, although the extra DPS, well, actually, okay. Mutalisk does blunt the DPS there, but with 3 mutas to 1, with 4 more on the way for Zerg Hydra. Yeah, that's not great. These mutas could probably, like, don't even have to chase this one down. They could just start hitting Overlords, right? Well, Aquatech actually is, dude, it's 31 supply to 16, +1 flyer attacks coming from Zerg Hydra's mutas. And it looks like, yeah, they're just going to be heading straight to the main. So it is 3 mutas, 3 mutas. Oop. Mutas are going to come in, try to get some bounce shots. Looks like, ooh, now it's Zerg Hydra's turn to let them take some pot shots, but now we've doubled the muta count here, and that is going to be a really fast game here. That DPS is insane, and Aquatech lucky the bounce is going to the extractor for some reason, but once all these Mutalisks are cleared, we're going to have, you know, a Scourge spawn out, and that's going to be basically game. And Aquatech, yeah, GG's, heads out. Yeah. So that wraps it up for Group 17. Let's take a look at that scorecard. Dang, those players sure did earn some points. Let's head back to our splash screen while we set up Group 8, which is a single game. Which is going to be DeadInfested versus Millennium. And a Terran versus Protoss. And we'll hop right into it. Alright, Alright, in the top position as our blue Terran player, we have Millennium. And in the bottom left, as the teal Protoss best color, we have DeadInfested. Yeah. Looks like Millennium is going for the wall supply depot placement out here at the front. Not bad at all. It's extremely safe against Zealots. DeadInfested. Pylon Scout. Pylon Scouting PVT. I don't think you generally do it. I think you generally will wait for the gateway, but depending on what your strategy is, that is, and we'll see as the game progresses. Like maybe DeadInfested is doing something wacky here. Gateway, not very wacky, but they are going to see that we have the wall up, supply depot, barracks. Probe is going to get into the main. Maybe get a gas steal, delay the Terran expansion. Nope. Oh, nope. Millennium is going to get their refinery up. DeadInfested is going to have their probe. The probe died bravely, pretending to be a zealot, living its dream of one day advancing to the Templar, but no, not today. Yeah, so we're just going to see, I guess, standard Protoss here from DeadInfested. Got their simulator, they got their cybercore. And they're probably, you know, just getting into Dragoons, getting goon range, and then just kind of pressuring the front of the Terran base here. Barracks coming up for Millennium. A second supply depot out here, out in the way. A little, I guess maybe once you pick the barracks up, you kind of want the extra body in the front. Although this is kind of just an awkward placement, I think. Probably would have preferred to just have it sitting in a corner in the main base. Also, it would be really bad if the SCV kind of pops in here and gets stuck. I don't... Okay, good. It doesn't get stuck. Yeah, so we should then be seeing a factory, or... Yeah, it should be factory and then command center. And then once that factory gets built, we'll see an SCV get taken off of gas here, so that Millennium will have enough minerals to work with. You know, sometimes you don't see that, and that's okay. Double Dragoon coming out, still no Dragoon range, probably because DeadInfested is wanting to focus more on just getting the units out in the first place. But the range should be started here, maybe after, like, what they might be doing is they might queue up another set of Dragoons, and so then have the range started, just so that these gateways are always pumping. Or... they get a Citadel of a Dune. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. The corner pylon was a little... Okay, wasn't sure what it was. But, yeah, so it did look like they were just wanting to... oh, thanks, Escalate. It was looking like DeadInfested just wanted to keep the gateways pumping. And adding on a third gateway... So Millennium is meanwhile is doing a 2-fac, probably recommended for, you know, a best of one. 2-facs are pretty hard to defend, and I don't think, well, actually, adding on the third gateway will probably be fine here. I mean, their decision to just keep pumping Dragoons and adding on to that is probably what's going to allow them to be able to contend with this 2-fac. They'll come up, be able to put pressure on the barracks because this wall is a little bit awkward. The bunker has to be all the way out here. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. That is a really awkward position for the bunker. Oh, jeez. The Dragoon. Oh, takes the first Vulture out. That's pretty big. So I guess, like, so something you have to keep in mind watching this is that if the Terran is doing a 2-fac, they, like, this is a pressure build, right? The Terran wants to get out on the map and get close to the Protoss base. So if you're, every unit you lose, oh my god, is he just going to break the bunker? Oh, that's really bad. Well, I guess the Terran player is just getting Protossed now. Hold on. Okay, Escalade. Redeeming pick a unit to name. I get to pick any unit, but his name is Aaron, and we hope that he dies soon. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, this Vulture single-handedly will, okay, that Vulture, okay. He did his best. But we have 2 more Vultures coming out. Aaron the Second and Aaron the Third. The whole family lineage is here, and they're dead too. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, sometimes Protoss just has it, I guess. Honestly. Dude, DeadInfested just wanted it more. That's really, that's the story of Group 8. Anyways, we're gonna move on to Group 1 now. Jesus. Here's some points. Wow, they sure did win them. Okay. Splash screen 1. We're gonna move on to Group 1, which has BSD, DefDefy, Demospire, and GTacc. And this one, actually, I think everyone played their games. 3, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I think everyone played their games in this. So, we are going to start off with BSD versus DefDefy in a Terran versus Terran once again on Apocalypse 1.32 for the... Oh, shit. I just realized that my fucking CPL Royale banner is still up. Let me take that down off the splash screen. That's fucking embarrassing. Okay, let's hop into the game. Easiest cast of my life. Alright. In the bottom left corner, as the gray Terran player, we have DefDefy. I believe this is their first CPL. They're very new to Starcraft. And then in the bottom right, we have BSD as our purple Terran player. Is that because some people didn't play on the group that are short? Yeah, so, you know, preseason, it can sometimes be hard to... No, it was... I cast all the games that was there. Preseason, it can be really hard to schedule time with 4 different people. So... sometimes it just doesn't work out. Time zones can get really rough. I know, like, I think I had a couple of players in my groups where just, like, the time zones didn't really work out. Or, like, the times available just didn't happen. So... but, yeah, alright, we see both players kind of macroing up. BSD getting their supply depot out. DefDefy kind of still working their way up to it. Yep. I'm gonna re-emphasize, very new at StarCraft. But we have, you know, both players. Looks like DefDefy going for the 2 barracks. I say it looks like. I recommended this build to them because I'm a, you know, because they're very new, and I was just like, hey, if you want like the best chance at winning a game, just do some dumb cheese, and then you know, learn the basics later. So this is some dumb cheese. Really, this is... So I will take credit for this. Anyways. BSD getting their barracks up at the front of their base. Supply depot, refinery coming up. And, yeah. Pretty, fairly clean, I guess, somewhat macro here. Supply depots in time. Barracks are coming up. Marines are going to begin pumping here. And once, you know, they get a certain Marine count, they're just going to move them over to the base. Right? Okay. Those SCVs were just taking a little bit of a break, realizing, trying to figure out where they're at. This SCV, this is the supervisor, the work team captain. He's not actually... He's not actually paid to do anything. He's just paid to, like, stand around and watch everyone else do their stuff. He has to verify that the minerals incoming into the base are all, like, you know, perfectly legit, you know. He doesn't want any fake blue crystals getting into this command center. Nope, there he goes. You must have seen some fake blue mana crystals. Mana crystal? What the fuck is this, Hearthstone? But he's going off. He's going to warn the opponent that, you know, there might be some fake minerals on the map to watch out for. This SCV distracted the entire Marine force, pull them back. We do have a factory on the way for BSD. So, I mean, like, second factory coming up, a couple of vultures, and unfortunately, like, this group of Marines is not going to be able to do much. Barracks, one barracks is making units. This one, again, they're taking their time off, you know. They want to make sure that these Marines are extremely well trained, which is why, you know, they have to make sure that all the supplies are in place before they start doing anything. Anyways, here's a bunch of Marines. They're going to be attacking this barracks for a while. This barracks is a 150 mineral distraction. So here comes the next supply depot, next round of Marines. We're flowing a lot of minerals, so we could be moving into transitioning into, like, getting something else, like adding on extra SCVs, getting a command center up. But with, you know, 2 vultures out in a bunker, that's, well, that is not the main base. Okay, they are going to be moving down. I was about to say, if they were going to go here and then go up here, that was going to be the funniest shit. Okay, 2 vultures out, 2 shot Marines. Well, it looks like the Marines kind of will take out some of the... Damn, that's some good micro. Okay, Marines do take out at least 1 vulture. It should get the second one once it actually jumps in and attacks. Okay, so we are down. We do have another wave of Marines that could be walking across the map, but they aren't. So we're just going to keep pumping Marines. We're about to hit 10,000 minerals, which means that they win the special surprise of that. But yeah, BSD just adding on extra factories, getting more vultures. Again, like with the bunker up, they're getting spider mines. They'll probably be getting siege mode here pretty soon. They're in a really nice position tech-wise to be able to blunt any of the Marine aggression. Yeah, like behind this, I think DefDefy could definitely be playing a bit greedier. Like, I mean, they have the minerals to literally just build a second command center and a wall of supply depots to keep the vulture out. They could add on extra barracks, get their refinery, but I mean, they're doing okay adding on the SCV there. The barracks aren't making Marines, but hey, when you only have 30 actions a minute, you have to make them count. And getting an engineering bait because someone... Oh my god. Oh no. They don't know where the maps are. Oh! No! They don't know where the main base is. They check there. They check there. It's like, okay. They're going to figure it out at some point. Here comes the siege tank and 2 more vultures. Oh, they're on move command. Oh no. Dude. Oh my god. There it is. They found it. And they're on move command. That's right. Take down the bunker. Focus it down. Okay. Oh, got the vulture. Okay. Pretty good. All right. All right. Don't worry. We have twice as many minerals as... We have 7 times as many minerals as the opponent. So that means, you know, it's a catch-up game, right? Like, it's a... They're banking more resources so that, you know, when they can explode it out. Anyways, they have 4 marines? No. Drop down more barracks and we are good. Yeah. I think, like, it's the case of, like, you know, when you're very new to the game and you just don't know what you're able to do. And it's like, I'm going to try to do a cheese. It either works or it doesn't. And then, like, if it doesn't, what do I do, right? It can be very hard for newer players to kind of know what their transitions are. So, like, for example, they're, like, getting a factory, which is fine. It's okay. But I think, like, the really important thing is you just have to be spending your minerals, right? It doesn't matter what you're spending it on. You just have to be, like, macroing up, right? I mean, and they've been above 1,000 minerals for, like, 5 minutes now, 4 minutes now. So it, you know, that could have been an extra command center. They could have, like, done the aggression, forced BSD into a defensive posture, and then gotten the command center. They could have just added on 5 extra barracks and then just keep moving marines across the map. But now, like, especially now, like, the tech differential is just way too high. We have vultures, spider mines, siege mode. Like, these things will one-shot marines. We're getting +1 marine armor. Sure. You know, as long as you're just spending your money on stuff, right? You know, is +1 marine armor the best thing to get in this position? Probably not. Absolutely not. Never. But it's something. And I think that's, like, the important thing when you're, like, a new player. Also, how funny would it be if, like, a siege tank comes out of here and it's trapped in here? That shit would be hilarious. But yeah, this is a bit awkward. 15 SCV difference. Yeah. Science facility coming, dude. BSD, come on, man. Please stop. He's already dead. Don't be getting the battle cruisers just to clown on this guy. Alright. The physics lab or ghost facility? Oh, wait, never mind. Are we just going to attack in? Yeah. I think that is enough for it to be called there. Yeah. Vultures are a pretty good unit. Alright. They're getting their own vultures, own siege tank. Okay, I need to know if this siege tank is trapped in here. Okay, it's not. Damn, that would have been so funny. Jeez. Have you ever seen anything more sad than vultures fighting a supply depot, fighting a tank, tank fighting vultures? Ooh. Very nice spider mine there. Yeah, we just got shit building. Still no physics lab or ghost facility. Dude, oh my god. I hate Terran players so much. Oh my god. I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't be mean, but, like, just put the vultures in the mineral line. Just put them here. You'll win the game. I don't know why he's like, okay, let me, the base is clear of units. Let me run my vultures out so I can bring my siege tanks up and siege them to shoot a supply depot. You had 4 vultures in the main. They're right there. I can't. I shouldn't be mean. I mean, I shouldn't be mean to the person who's literally winning the game, right? I mean, they've played very well. You know, they've macroed up. They've gotten all the good stuff. But, like, you know, sometimes it's... Because it's not against BSD specifically. It's against just... Every Terran game is just like, oh, what's the slowest, most painful way I could win the game? Okay, there we go. Now that these siege tanks are successfully fighting the supply depot, these vultures can get right up on top of the SCVs. Oop. Laying spider mines in the mineral line, pretty good. Wow, that was a pretty good fight there from the SCVs, doing it okay. But with all the siege tanks up, that is, ooh, yeah, you don't like seeing that. As BSD is going to be able to get their move their siege tanks up, get into the main here, siege up. Eventually, it'll take out the SCVs, and yeah, that'll be it. Now BSD is floating 3,000 minerals. What are they spending there? Are they just... They're just not building anything. Okay. Oh, it is actually going to be a nuclear silo. But there's the GGs. As DefDefy is going to leave the game here. Yep. All right. Well, I mean, well played from both of our players. Relative, you know, for BSD for you know, playing, you know, extremely well, being defensive where it counts, and then, you know, like, okay, I know I was just saying how much I hated Terran players because they win the game so slowly. But again, one of the easiest ways to lose a Brood War is to try to win too fast, because then you take a bad fight, and then the tempo goes completely into your opponent's favor. And then it's also a good game from DefDefy relative to they literally just started playing the game, and they weren't given the greatest advice on what builds to use in the preseason weeks. With that said, we're going to go ahead and move into our second game of Group 1, which is going to be BSD versus Demospire in a Terran versus Protoss, and we're going to hop right into it. All right, in the bottom left corner, we have Demospire. I'm sorry, we have BSD as our tannish Terran, and the bottom right we have Demospire as our olive Protoss. Stop moving your head. We don't hear you when you speak away from the mic. I can't. Okay. Well, you know what? I am going to move away from the mic here to just refill my coffee. Grumpy the Dragoon? Okay, the first Dragoon out of Demospire will be Grumpy the Dragoon. He's going on a little adventure. But I'm going to go refill my coffee while there isn't too much happening in the game, and hopefully neither player does something insane. We are back with fresh coffee. Has Grumpy arrived yet? We have not seen Grumpy yet. Dude, what if Demospire just does a DT rush and we don't even see it? We have to name a Dark Templar Grumpy the Dragoon. But, ooh, that's 8 minerals right there. You sure you can waste that? Okay, we're at a bit of a supply block here from Demospire. And, we are still not seeing any cybernetic score. Still not seeing any other advancements there. Gas is not required for the cyber core, so we do have a bit of a build disruption here from Demospire. But again, this is sort of our new player range, so a lot of it can be excused. Like, I mean, you know, when you have... So, I think last game I made a comment about, like, being at, like, 30 APM, and one of the sort of just kind of truisms of Brood War is it's really funny because Brood War is, like... strategy and build orders and all this stuff does matter, but there is a certain, like, there's an execution level to it as well, right? Like, you can't play a fighting game without having some ability to, like, you know, do inputs or, you know, have a reaction time or anything. And it's the same with strategy games, where having the building up the speed and the muscle memory of being able to execute actions quickly helps you actually perform build orders. So, like, you know, 2-gate is something that you don't really need a lot of execution skill to do. It's not that hard. But then doing something like, is this Nexus off-center? Am I losing my mind? This is like the second off-center building that we've seen in the game. I'm losing my mind. This should be like 2 hexes to the right? Okay. Anyways, BSD is going too FAC. There's gonna be aggro here. But like certain, also we have our Dragoon out. What? Grumpy the Dragoon, as named by Escalade. He is our friend, and he teaches us lessons about learning or something. Now on PBS. Oh. What was I saying? Oh yeah. No, but like there is just sometimes a thing where it's like, to be able to do a build order, you kind of have to have some type of execution skill behind it. Hold on, wait. This is Grumpy. Grumpy has not moved. I have to keep him selected so we know who he is. He doesn't want to move. He's too grumpy. Dude, he's just upset. He's like, I don't want to be here right now. Okay? The desert is getting into my, like, my mech. Like, the hinges on my mech. I already died, like, a couple games ago as a zealot. And you brought me back? I don't want to be here. Alright, so here comes the big push. This shouldn't work. I think on a technicality, or on a theoretical level, also, you cannot convince me this Nexus is an off-center. That is 100% wrong. But on a theoretical level, having 2 gateways is supposed to be sort of the counter to 2-FAC. Now, obviously, you kind of want to have your Dragoons out in the map and kind of be baiting them back. But if BSD... Okay, Grumpy is not leading the charge, but he definitely is up there. See, he's just upset now. He's like, now I have to go fight these siege tanks. I'm getting shelled. Oh, there I go again. There I go dying again. Poor Grumpy. Anyways. What a tragedy, dude. I can't believe BSD would kill famous PBS star icon Grumpy the Dragoon. Children's entertainer. So this is game, right? Like this is game. Ooh, very nice Dragoon auto attack. Actually, I guess it's not game because the vultures cannot fight the dragoons. Yeah, I actually think that Demospire kind of comes out on top here. They already have their expansion. They're 2 workers ahead. The supply is even, which generally favors Terran, but I mean, this early in the game, like, does it really matter? If that supply is almost exclusively vultures and your opponent has just been pumping 3-gate goon. Like, I don't hate this position for Demospire. Jesus, that's a lot of dragoons. God dang. Dude, this is the grumpy gang, okay? They're gonna avenge their fallen... Maybe he's like a grandpa to them? God. God, I really hope he doesn't try moving up this ramp because two spider mines. Oh Jesus! Well, that was the bravest tank driver in the fucking Terran Dominion. Yeah, I was honestly expecting that to be way worse. 2 spider mines could easily have taken out like the first 7 dragoons there. Fun fact, the bravest tank driver in the Terran Dominion directly correlates with the tank drivers who eat the most glue in the Terran Dominion. Dude, holy shit, that is a lot of dragoons. Demospire playing PvT the way you're supposed to by just getting an absolute assload of dragoons. And then we'll probably eventually see that switch into zealots. Maybe. Whoop. Dude, this is so scary. Why would you do this? Oh, God. Oh, no. The observatory is super late for Demospire. They really wanted that earlier so they could get vision. Oh, no. Like, I mean, you know what? No, just fight. Just fight. Just go kill them. Just go fight them. Don't. Just fight. Just, please, it's 1 tank. Oh, Demospire playing as cautiously as possible, very much. I mean, like, so there is, like, a benefit. Like, without the observers, like, you don't know what mines are out here. So it is, like, kudos to them for playing cautiously. But, like, you could also easily, like, wrap around up here, just secure some type of position. Because you don't want to pack all of your dragoons into this tight space here. Also, once you hit a certain amount of dragoons, they'll kind of will deal with the spider mines. It's a little awkward, but it generally works. But but Demospire pushing BSD off of the ridge here is super important. Because, like, again, setting tanks, like, being able to set tanks and spider mines up on this ridge is huge for the Terran. So, as, like, the Protoss player, it's insanely important for them to be able to bust open, basically. Like, once you get up here, you basically buy this entire space. But now BSD, you know, they're playing smart. They're doing what Terran's supposed to do, which is playing smart, is you have your position. it gets taken over, you kind of just set up one layer behind it. And then once the observers and other units from Demospire come out, they'll probably be able to push these spider mines. They'll be able to push on this position coming down the ramp. And then BSD is just going to retreat one layer behind and start setting up here. And because this is going to be high ground, it's going to be a lot harder for Demospire to actually push up here. And that'll buy BSD enough time to get, you know, they have their 2 armories in production right now. So they'll have plenty of time to get the upgrades they need for the Terran army's natural advantage of being comprised of all the best units in the game to sort of pay off. BSD pushing up. Coming up into fighting the tanks, really slow siege on the tanks, and they're sieging up like as the vultures are kind of drying up. I mean, it does kind of work out because there just aren't any zealots here to buffer the I mean, you probably don't want to be using unsiege tanks to buffer siege tanks, but oh no, Demospire is going to try to commit to the fight to try and which, I mean, they might be able to take this. The tanks are very vulnerable. Wow, okay. I was not expecting those Dragoons to be able to take this fight. I was really expecting, like, the A-move, like, Zealot Brain to take over and kind of kill all the Dragoons they have. Really good mine placements here. That mine's going to be, not huge. Ooh, that tank, was it 2 shots away? Yeah, 2 shots away from getting taken out. Well, and I guess... No, now, okay. That's kind of fun. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I'd bother killing the shield battery instead of just getting a shuttle, you know? But we have an observer out. We are getting carriers, and I assume we have carrier capacity on the way. You could probably add on a second Stargate and just go two star carriers? What do you call that? I feel, anyways, I feel like you go to like 2 bases, you get 2 Stargates for carriers. Like you can afford like 1.25 Stargates per base, something like that. Scarab damage, okay. Hey, listen, the important thing is you're spending your money, right? And if that money is being spent on Scarab damage, then by God, those Scarabs are going to be doing 125 instead of 100. They should make Scarab damage. I know they're not fucking... They should make... Scarab damage should add on, like, 50 damage to the Reavers, okay? Like, I feel like if you spend the time to upgrade Scarab damage, you should be able to one-shot a tank, right? It's not like you'd one-shot a clump of tanks because of, like, how splash damage gets calculated. But, like, I feel like... You know... Like, if you're able to get a Reaver into position, you've invested in Scarab damage... Like, you should be able to one-shot a tank, okay? I think you should be able to one-shot a lot of things. I guess would that one-shot a Dragoon? No, you wouldn't one-shot a Dragoon, so it wouldn't be too busted. Alright, scans going down, making sure there's no Dark Templar just on hold position in the middle of the map. Or actually, it's for checking observers, obviously. I'm not going to be snarky about that. That's smart. Got a carrier. So we have 2 Reavers, 3 Reavers, 1 carrier. Interesting. Shuttle and shuttle speed on the way. Oh, Demospire is supply block, so they are going to be having to add additional pylons. I didn't notice that. That explains a lot. It explains why there was not another carrier in production immediately. But they have the resources. They probably... Either player really should be wanting to expand to a 3rd base here because these bases are going to be drying up within moments. They're both on 32 workers, which is odd that they decided to cut at the exact same time. But you know, that's more money for, you know, that's if they spent money on workers, they would need to spend it on like, I don't know, something else. Actually, no, I got it. If they spent more supply on workers, then they'd have less supply in army when they get supply blocked at 98 and 92, okay? There's a plan. There's a method here, okay? They know what's happened. They understand. We have an army of vultures. We have an army of siege tanks. The supply is very even, which favors Terran. But there's a carrier, which favors Protoss. So, really, I'm just saying a lot of words. It's anybody's game at this point. Now, we do need to keep in mind, I did say this in a couple games ago when I was criticizing a Terran player about not just winning the game, it was BSD, I think, is that, again, the easiest way to lose a game of Brood War is to try to win a game of Brood War. Like, honestly, if either of these players just were like, you know what, I'm just going to go army check them, and then they just try to engage, like, at this point, whoever attacks in first is probably going to lose that engagement. Just because both players are getting super entrenched. We have, oh my god, we have nearly 2 fully loaded shuttles with Reavers, which is pretty funny. You don't see that very often. There's only 3 Goliaths, so the odds of like just losing one is pretty low. BSD being, so one of the things that I think is another like best practices for newer players especially is like when you ask yourself like, how do I lose the game? Like one of those questions should be like, is an opponent sneaking a hidden base? Like when you're playing at a high level and you're forcing engagement out of players and you're doing all this stuff, like it's, oh, okay, hold on. Are we going to see no zealots to brunt the siege tanks? 1 carrier. Oh, we're dropping the Reavers behind. Wasted a Scarab shot on a vulture. Oh no, was this just an aim move? Was this just a move command? Well, he killed 10 SCVs, though. Ran out of scrobs. Okay. I realized what happened here. What happened was Demospire and BSD were having a really hard time scheduling their match. The replay shouldn't be broken. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, this is all making sense. But so what happened was Demospire and BSD had a really hard time scheduling their match. And what ended up happening was they could only find time to play. They could only squeeze in, notice the time here, they could only squeeze in a 20-minute game because they're both so busy being like CEOs of companies or something, right? And then Demospire was like, holy shit, we've been playing this game for 20 minutes. I have a boardroom meeting with my company's shareholders where I make millions of dollars and I'm extremely successful. And BSD was like, hold on, my boardroom meeting is only in 30 minutes, so I have 10 more minutes. And Demospire was like, I either have to win this game or I have to leave, because if I don't, then I won't be making millions of dollars at a highly successful company. I don't think the replay's broken. No, they're doing stuff, okay? They're building units. They're building scarabs. I think like the scarabs, like I'm pretty sure if the replay was broken, it would be impossible for a scarab to be built. So yeah, Demospire just had to like get to their very highly successful job, back to it, and you know, I don't know. They probably just were like, you know, we don't have a lot of time. It's hard to schedule preseason games, so I'll just try to move over. They're building a scout. Never mind. We know who really won this game, okay? BSD might have tanks in the main. Demospire might be down to 18 probes and 35 supply, but we know who really wins this game, okay? That is 5 scouts queued up. Demospire does a little bit of trolling, okay? They were just like, you know what? I am withholding my power level for the main weeks, so you won't be able to withstand my 5 scout queued strategy, okay? I just need to see the scout come out. I need to see it. Let's go! The greatest unit in the game. 100 shields, 150 HP, 8 damage, fires that fast, dies to a single Goliath, costs like 3 times as much. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude, he saved that Dragoon, the micro here. See, Demospire, they didn't throw the game. Is that they knew that, like, they're too good for this. They were like, you know what? I'm not taking preseason seriously. I need to just, like, I'm gonna throw the game, but I'm gonna show off, like, all the skills that I have, right? We saw the shuttles come out. We saw the shuttle save a Dragoon. We saw the scout plan. That was a good game. Okay, that was 23 minutes of solid StarCraft gaming. Alright, we're gonna get our next game set up here in just a moment. Where's my fucking splash screen? Well, we're gonna get our next game set up here in just a moment. Cool. All right, let us hop into our next game of StarCraft. Actually, hold on. It's already 10:12. Shit. Okay, that's fine. Our next game is going to be BSD versus GTacc in a TVZ on Apocalypse. Yo, welcome to the stream, Grast. Oh shit. What? There we go. In the top of the game, we have BSD as the dark blue, unreadable Terran squad. And the bottom right as the pink Zerg brood. We have GTacc sending their overlord out immediately to scout the top because they are screen watching their opponent. BSD has had a really good track record. I don't think they've dropped a game yet. And now it's time for them to... Actually, they're about to do the full sweep if they win this game. BSD beat a Terran, BSD beat a Protoss, and now it's time for BSD to show what they're made of and defeat the Zerg. To go for that preseason 3-peat pure winning StarCraft. Anyways, okay, there's a supply depot. There's a 9 pool. We're gaming. Okay, they're gaming. So yeah, Grast just bringing out the 9 pool strats. They're gonna get the Zerglings out pretty fast, and just try to end the game as quickly as possible, probably. BSD, meanwhile, building their barracks out here, building their supply depot up here, so they are not really setting up a very cohesive wall. I think if you're building your barracks out here, you probably would want to just also go ahead and get the full wall with the supply depot. But I don't play Terran, so I don't know. Overlord about to make it up into the main. which is going to be like GTacc's kind of signal. Like it should hopefully time out exactly correctly. That they'll just be able to send these Zerglings right as the Overlord kind of spots the Terran here. So they're going to be heading out, and the Overlord is going to be... Well, dude, these things are so slow. But it will see the edge of that building, and now GTacc knows exactly where to send it. They're getting the hatchery behind this, so that if these 6 Zerglings don't literally win the game, they will have a transition to a more macro game. Meanwhile, BSD has no idea what's going on. These Zerglings heading straight to their base. Bunker is coming up in the natural. It looks like they are setting up to go ahead and get a very fast expansion. But unfortunately, fast expansions are generally countered by fast Zerglings. So, if the bunker is about to get up, but if the Zerglings get on top of the Marine before he's able to get in there, but you also have to keep in mind, he does get into the bunker, but he has to save the bunker. Zerglings will tear through a building extremely quickly. He has the repair on, which means that this should be... No, what just happened there? The SCV! Oh, holy shit. I think we just need to do an instant replay of that really quickly, so I'm just going to rewind us a little bit, because that shit... No, okay, hold on. Let me go to 3 minutes exactly. That shit's insane. That is so tilting. Okay. So we're gonna slow it down here, because I think, like, people, you need to realize how fucking insane this is, okay? Okay, so that SCV gets told to cancel the command center, and so he's doing the fucking stupid SCV walk. And as part of that SCV walk, he walks into this SCV and causes it to stop repairing the bunker long enough for the 4 Zerglings to actually kill it. And it doesn't actually bounce any of the Zerglings. Holy shit. What an absolute fucking clown game. Why do we play this? Dude, okay, holy shit. Terran players are... That's so sad. That's actually... Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so fucked up. Dude, and now there's just going to be... There's no bunker anywhere, right? He's trying to get the bunker up at the natural, which this one should probably get up, right? Because there's going to be... The Zerglings aren't going to be able to get up here in time. But then now he only has 1 Marine for it, so the Zerglings might just run past, go straight for the main. They're getting a second barracks in the main here, so that's smart. They need to be able to start... Oh, but the Zerglings are about to be on Zergling speed, so they might just not give a shit about the bunker. And if they get into the main, like, there's nothing in here to defend. There's not really a good wall here to stop the Zerglings from running in there. But holy shit. Nope, yeah, Zergling DPS is just kind of insane. And they are going to clear that, get the Marines, and now you have like 5 Zerglings, no Marines. This base isn't quite finished. They're going to start tearing through this barracks, and BSD, GG's, and GTacc. I just want to... I don't think I could re-emphasize enough. Maybe I just need to look at the bunker HP, because I'm completely baffled by... Like, he's repairing it, right? And it's like, it's dying pretty quickly, but it's also not dying that fast. And then it's like, the Marine gets popped, and then it just dies, right? It buys no extra time. Like, if this SCV paused right here and was able to repair... Okay, anyways, that's the game. Let's watch the fucking credits. Holy shit. Dude, I just thought, like... That's some pretty wild shit, I gotta say. That is probably... the most feels bad of a StarCraft game I've seen in a while. Alright, our next game is going to be a TVP with DefDefy versus Demospire. So we'll go ahead and hop into that, get started, load it up right away. What the fuck? Hold on, what is this? What? Wait, what? What? Guys? Bro, Apocalypse is kind of fucking weird right now. What? What? Hold on. Let me double check that I... Wait. There's no way. Because I literally just downloaded the replays this morning. Did they maybe get a second one in? That's fucking... Okay, sure. Yeah, they... So our... Yep, our next game is going to be on Bottleneck for anybody who's not aware of what the stock Blizzard maps are. Yeah, there we go. Let's watch Bottleneck. They played on the wrong map. That's crazy. The funniest thing, okay, right? Because you can't even be like, oh, well, who hosted? That seems a little weird, right? Because, like, it's Bottleneck. They both were like, we'll just play it. It's literally the default map that the custom game sets you to when you start it. Holy shit, dude. When is CPL going to allow Blizzard maps, okay? I dead ass. I think that if both players agree to it, you should be able to play on a Blizzard map in your matches. Like, yeah, like, try out Crazy Critters. That shit would be hilarious. Try out Chrysalis. That would be great. Don't open that door. I'm fucking under the door frame, peeking in, looking at all the amazing Blizzard maps that, like, we could be playing on it. Listen, the only... I hate to break it to everyone in the chat, but you've been playing StarCraft. We've been playing StarCraft wrong the entire time. The only correct play to play StarCraft is on Blizzard maps, on normal speed, using only your mouse, okay? That is gaming as Blizzard intended. You've been brainwashed by... Dude, what the fuck? What is... Holy shit. We need to play more Blizzard maps. This is hilarious. What is this? Why? Dude, Demospire was like, where's the entrance to my base? I don't know. Up this ramp, I guess. Holy shit. Straight into a simulator. Dude, the problem is, Grast, you can't say it's mind games when the opponent isn't scouting. This is mind game. This is psychic damage targeted directly at me, the caster. And he's getting the second pile. Just build the gateway up there. Maybe you can't build the gateway up here. Okay. What the fuck? Why are we getting 3 barracks? What? 3 barracks with no SCV, with no Marines producing at 300 minerals, mind you. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. He is getting the gateway. What's happening, guy? What's going on? I don't understand. Okay. Okay. Dude, okay, the first couple Marines are out. The second gateway, we have 1 gate. This is they hooked up CPUs. These aren't real people. They were like, we're hooking up the CPU strats, okay? Dude, I honestly, this is actually peak StarCraft. This is so funny. Holy shit. This is like taking me back to like 2002. When, like, I didn't even know you could go online in this game. Wow. Virgin Starcraft. It's not just vanilla, it's Virgin Starcraft. It's just like, dude, this is straight up like it's just like two players who are like, yeah, I kind of know what Starcraft is, and they just come in and then play it. Dude, this is great. They're getting another gateway in their cybernetics core. They got their assimilator. The second building they made in the game, they're at 50 gas, okay? We have 4 Marines to fight 2 Zealots. And then another 4 Marines. Dude, they're making dodo waves. Actually, sorry, this is Starcraft, so they're making Aeon of Strife waves to send at their opponents. Also, supply depot, plenty of supply, no Marines building. It's fine. We got 4 more Marines coming in. 2 Zealots down here at the back. Dude, this is crazy. This is great. Oh my god. Okay, I dead ass. I kind of want to just like start doing like Blizzard map fucking invitational like tournaments or something. This shit is hilarious. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's GG, right? It's so crazy. This is fucking hilarious. 3 barracks not producing. 3 dragoons coming out. Dude, I know, like, I hope I'm not, like, coming off sounding like I'm making fun of these players, because I am just legitimately enjoying this. Like, all you need is 10 SCV and 3 barracks. So true. Like, this is just, like, this is, like, watching this, I don't, like, again, I hope I'm not come off like I'm, like, making fun of the players, but, like, watching this is just nostalgic, okay? This is just, like... This game is the fucking scene in Ratatouille where the fucking chef eats the rat's food and is like he's reminded of like when he was a boy in the French countryside, okay? This is reminding me of when I was a boy in the French countryside and I've never left America, okay? This is just like it's oh. Dude, this StarCraft game is taking me back to before 9/11, okay? This is that's what this game feels like. This is a pre-9/11 StarCraft game, okay? Before the towers fell and before we knew about build orders, we were just building barracks and units, okay? Playing on Blizzard custom maps. It was a simpler and more peaceful time. Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. With that said, the simple and more peaceful time is about to end because the Protoss are just going to reenact the StarCraft 1 opening where they just nuke all the things. Crass saying, I like Def's macro. Bro, the offensive GG? Holy shit. Oh my god. This is classic StarCraft gaming. Let's go. Dude, the offensive GG into like the salt not leaving. Oh my god. Oh shit. This is straight up. This is just... If the buildings lift, it will be like... If they start moving to a different expansion, it's like this is how I played when I was a kid learning StarCraft. This is amazing. Holy shit. Okay, wow. That was refreshing. He's probably playing by the PC fan. Shit. Oh god. Okay, let's go back to our splash screen. My mood has been lifted. My soul has been fucking left my body. Oh my god. Alright, our next game is gonna be GTacc versus DefDefy. Unfortunately, this is on Apocalypse, so we don't get that lovely We don't get to have as much fun here. God damn. On the top of Apocalypse, we have our purple Zerg player, and in the bottom left, as our red Terran, we have DefDefy. Or we have our purple Zerg player, GTacc. Oh my god. That was some peak Starcraft. Okay. Flash could never. Alright, looks like we're heading for another 9 pull from GTacc, so there looks like they're probably going to be doing the same thing they did to BSD. But if DefDefy's strategy is that, you know, double barracks pumping Marines, the question is, like, well, how does that fare against 9 pull, I guess, right? Like, do you get enough Marines out that, like, you can kind of overcome Zerglings being a busted unit, right? Okay. Double barracks coming out. SCV's pumping. We should be seeing a supply depot here. Well, we should be seeing a supply depot here. And then that'll let the barracks start pumping Marines. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there's the supply depot. And now we'll see 3 Zerglings coming out. And GTacc is going to get the first scout on the base. We'll see what's coming up. And I think this supply block might just be game ending. Like, we're 3 seconds off from Marines even starting, and the Zerglings are going to be en route immediately. Which is pretty scary for our Terran player. And we've got a bit of a delay to the Marines starting. They're, okay, there they go. They get their second supply depot up as they're starting their Marine production, but that is a lot of Zerglings coming in. So I think, you know, it's one of the unfortunate things. Like, I think we can pretty much all see where this is going. StarCraft in a lot of instances is a game of, like, literal seconds sometimes. And, this is one of those things where it's, like, strategically, like, nothing, like, maybe you could have started the Marines before starting your second supply depot. But, like, really, the biggest thing is just, like, the execution is just a couple seconds too late for it to, like, work, right? So you have... Theoretically, if you had 4 Marines against 6 Zerglings, I think the 4 Marines win. It can depend. Like, the 4 Marines would want to be clumped up. But, right now the SCVs are going to try to, like, pull the fight. A bit awkward pull here. So, again, like, new player isn't really mineral walking, isn't really microing the SCVs to fight the Zerglings well. SCVs are just going to all die. And that's going to be GG there. Yep. Yep. GGs are called, and that is going to be a game for GTacc. Again, it's like, it's the kind of unfortunate thing where I think technically the 2 barracks would beat a 9 pool. It's just that the execution wasn't there. It's like the delay on the barracks starting, the delay on the supply depot, the delay on the Marines actually starting when there was supply. These are all compounding factors into the 9 pool just kind of being a free win for the Zerg. All right. Well, we're on to our we're on to our last game, which is going to be GTacc versus Demospire. This has been a fairly cheesy group, so we're gonna see how our last game, if GTacc is going to pull out the 9-pool rush again, if Demospire is going to go for like some sort of 2-gate, 3-gate thing like they did against DefDefy, or if we're going to get a longer, more normal game like we saw in Demospire versus BSD. Alright, while we're in the early games, I'm going to step away for just a second. Alright, I see a 9-pool. That means we're 9-pool gaming. Okay. Down here, Demospire did not. Oh no. Oh no. No one told Demospire we're gonna put the pylons in a PVZ. That's wow. Well, I mean, okay, the game isn't over, okay? Demospire can definitely whip out some secret tech, some great tech, but they're floating 400 minerals, and GTacc is gonna have Zerglings in their main here pretty soon, so unfortunately I don't have high hopes for our Protoss champion. I have no idea what they're doing. Are they just I wonder if this is a Team Liquid build. Oh my god. Okay, so I think one of the great takeaways about a game like this is, and also a great takeaway about the game that DefDefy lost, is that they didn't do anything wrong, okay? Necessarily, right? It's that Starcraft does just have certain knowledge checks that you have to be able to pass in order to play the game, okay? So, like, in this, Demospire hasn't done anything wrong. They just, you know, someone just needs, like, they haven't played badly, or I should rather say they haven't played badly, necessarily. I mean, floating 700 minerals at 3 minutes is a little weird, but the important thing here is that, like, they just don't have, like, that immediate knowledge check of, oh, pylon goes out here to build the wall to get the natural base up and get, like, cannons and stuff, right? And that's a really easy thing to fix. Especially when, like, you're starting out and your APM is super low. It's really easy, like, once you just sort of get used to the actions and get that muscle memory in, for all of that to kind of just get corrected over time. So those are, like, really easy to, oh geez. So those are, like, really easy things to correct. And it's the same thing with DefDefy, where it's like, you know, going to barracks and building marines, like, none of what happened in that game was, like, making the wrong decisions or playing badly, I guess. It was just like, oh, you just need to improve your timing, you need to improve your understanding of the mechanics, you need to improve, like, the speed at which you do certain things and your timing in that. And then it's like, okay, then that game gets solved way easier, right? It's not like these insurmountable tasks that are, like, you need to have a PhD in the game to understand. It's literally just, oh, there was a issue. You solve a issue by just, you know, over time you'll naturally play better and solve issues like that. Or, you know, you have a game like this, it happens once, Zergling's getting your main, and your Protoss coach says, hey man, you're supposed to put the pylon right up there, and then your gateway and forge. And then you never have a game like this again, right? So that's, I think, like, you know, it can be very disheartening, especially when you're playing the game and you have a game like this and you're like, I don't know what I did wrong. I was building buildings, I built a unit, and it's like, well, what you did wrong was something that is really hard to know without the meta knowledge of talking to people and playing through it a couple of times. I think a lot of times in the CPL, we take for granted that the game is nearly 25 years old, and there's a lot of the strategy to it is really unintuitive. Like, even just explaining, oh, you just build the pylon out here and build that there and build that, like, build out here. And it's like, why do I do that? Well, it's so that the Zerg rushes you, you don't die. Well, what if really, it's you build this so you can secure the natural, so that when the Zerg gets 3 bases for free, you don't lose the game off of the macro. And it's like, oh, why does the Zerg get 3 bases for free? They just kind of do. It's how their race operates. Unless you're doing some strategy to specifically blunt that, they're always getting that 3rd base, so you have to always get your expansion. So you have to always go, like, pylon, gateway, forge to make sure you get that 2nd expansion. It's not even necessarily like a rush. Oh my god, the offensive GGs. We're just gonna see the all kill. Demospire is like, no. Demospire is saying the game objective is destroy all the buildings. You're going to destroy all my buildings. There's the GGs. That's the game. GTacc takes it. And Grass saying, or Proxygate, right? Like, there's so much sort of accumulated knowledge over this game being played for 20 plus years, for nearly 25 years coming up on it soon. Fuck, actually, no. Are we coming up on 30 years? Holy shit. Yeah, we're at like 26 years, I think. 24? 25. Is it 25 this year? I don't know. But anyways, like, so I hope that if, you know, this player, if Demospire or DefDefy is like watching this, I hope the takeaway isn't that, oh, this game's impossible to play, I'm trash at it, I'll never be good. I hope the takeaway is more of the, oh, the thing that went wrong in this game is something that's really, like, simple, right? Like, the thing that went wrong in DefDefy's game is your timing's a little off. The thing that went wrong in this game is, oh, you just, you know, didn't pass that initial PVZ knowledge check, right? And so now it's like, you improve your timing, you now know, you just know to build the pylon in your expansion against Zerg. And then, like, these types of games stop happening very quickly. But with that said, that is the end of this game, the end of Group 1, and we are going to look at the score screen real quick. Wow, those are certainly a lot of points. And that is all of our games from groups from groups 18, 17, 8 and 1 from the preseason week 3. I think the first real season is starting this week. It might be a couple weeks. I don't know if we're taking a break off for Thanksgiving. We probably aren't. We've played through holidays before, so yeah, we'll be getting ready for week 1 here, and we'll have more casts for everybody at some point. Brood War December, though. Dude, we are in a Brood War December. Anyways, all right. I don't know what's my outro. What do I usually do? Hold on, let me remember this. It's been 15 years since I've streamed. Warp out. Ah, there we go. Did you cast Group 18 yet? Hold on, did I cast Group? Yeah, Group 18, that was cast at the start. We only had, I think, 3 games from it. But it's very good. It should be, there was no nuke, unfortunately. But the VODs are still fun. You know, Borisu games are always very interesting. So, you know, go back, watch the VODs. And, if you aren't following my channel, you should probably do that, and then go follow the CPL official channel, and then sign up for the CPL if you aren't signed up for the CPL, and then yeah. send them some subscribers over at the official one. Give them some money because the staff does a lot of really good work running the thing, and we appreciate them a lot. With that said, yeah, we're done. Let me see. Let me just Alt F4 out of Starcraft real quick, get my outro music set up, and then we're closing out. Okay, let's see that. Where's my outro music? There we go. Okay. Again, thanks for watching. Go ahead and, if you're not following, please follow. I appreciate it a lot. Join CPL if you aren't. Play StarCraft. It's a really fun game. I don't get a cut with donation, by the way. I need to talk to Dada for a promotion. Yeah. To be honest, I actually am not sure who gets the money when we do stuff with the CPL, but I trust them. Okay. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of back end stuff that goes on. I hope I trust the staff. Yeah, the web app is huge. I know that a lot of the money that gets donated gets put into hosting the web app, so that's a big one. I don't know. So yeah, money is for show match and web app. Sick. Well, yeah. With that, donate to CPL. And go subscribe to the channel. It helps out, helps them run the league, helps them add in, do cool bonus fun stuff for everyone. And with that, we'll probably be casting again. See you soon.